Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. It's your host Ram, welcoming you to your daily edition of the Cricket Happenings. This on a Friday, and today's Cricket Happenings show is going to center around the first day of the second Test match between Bangladesh and England, where Bangladesh at one point of time they were on the absolute ascendant at 171 for 1, and after that it was a spectacular collapse from the Bangladeshis. I mean, 9 wickets actually caving away for just 49 runs, and Bangladesh were all out for 220. And definitely after winning the toss on this particular pitch, Bangladesh losing the initiative totally. Probably they could have, with the way the things were going with Tamim Iqbal, and out of that, Tamim Iqbal went on to score his eighth Test century. And how much he loves the England bowling. I mean, this is probably his third or fourth century against England, and one has to say that real hats off to Tamim Iqbal for playing such a knock. It was done so perfectly. He started off in a very slow fashion to get off the mark. It took 19 deliveries, but after that his 50 came in 60 deliveries, and he started really playing some very nice strokes, and it was pretty good to see. But just imagine this, Mominul Haq contributed 66, and that was a good partnership. They lost Imrul Case early, as he actually what he did is he actually hit the ball to the point region, and he was the first victim, as Vokes was the one picked up his catch. So he was the first victim, and he was caught in the point region for 1. And after that there was a 170 runs partnership that happened between Tamim Iqbal and Mominul Haq. Mominul Haq, well, he likes to play strokes, as we know, and we definitely saw that the senior partner Tamim Iqbal was constantly nurturing him, probably telling him to show some restraint, and we definitely saw that Mominul Haq was obeying the senior partner's instructions, and Tamim Iqbal and Mominul Haq started stitching together a partnership. They were going at a decent rate, one could say. Both were really keeping the scoreboard moving. The runs was coming, as Tamim Iqbal started off slowly, but definitely got into gear, and what a knock from Tamim Iqbal, getting on to a century. In a score of 171, Tamim Iqbal's share was 104 runs, so that would give you an inkling as to how well he played. I mean, he really loves the England bowling, one has seen. If you look at his batting track record. So Tamim Iqbal was and after that, so this is the time when it was absolute smooth sailing. Bangladesh were absolutely on the ascendant at 171 for 1, with Tamim Iqbal on 104, and from then on it was a spectacular collapse. Moeen Ali was the one who triggered it off by dismissing the very very important player in the Bangladeshi lineup, which was Tamim Iqbal, as he had him LBW, probably with an arm ball delivery. He was gone for 104, 12 fours, but what a knock from Tamim Iqbal. And Mominul Haq did all the, and after that, as it normally happens in cricket, after a big partnership, one partner goes and the other one comes. A 170 run partnership from 171 for it became 171 for 2, and then Mominul Haq was the next victim, as he was clean bowled by Ali for 66 with 10 boundaries, and then we saw some poor stroke making coming in from both Mahmudullah and Shakib Al Hasan. Now here the person over here was Ben Stokes, who picked up Mahmudullah, forcing him with some reverse swing there, and he ended up in the hands of Cook. He was gone for 13 with 1-4 and 1-6. Just to tell you, Mominul had made 66 with 10 boundaries. Shakib Al Hasan, trying to wafting at a wide delivery which was bowled by Vokes, was caught by Barrister for 10. And Mushfiqur Rahim was the only good wicket, I would say, He was a trifle unlucky, but one would say that it was a brilliant catch taken by Cook, placed in the leg slip region for Moeen Ali, as Moeen Ali was spinning the ball from the leg side, and he actually picked the very good catch of a Mushfiqur Rahim glance, and he was gone for four. And the hero, the person who really helped Bangladesh in the first Test match, Sabbir Rahman, also played a very bad stroke, one could say, and Stokes was the bowler. Stokes actually picked up 2 wickets with his reverse swing. Shugadahum was the next to go. He was gone to the bowling of Vokes for 6. Mehdi Hasan Miraz tried a sweep shot to the bowling of Ali. He was at just LBW for 1, and then the final wicket fell when Kamrul Islam Rabi was out to Ali for naught, and Moeen Ali registering his second 5-wicket haul in Test cricket. And as I said, Bangladesh spectacular collapse there from 171 for 1 at one stage in the game after winning the toss, all out for 220, losing 9 wickets for 49 runs, 220 all out, and I'm sure this is going to really rankle them. And as far as the bowling was concerned, Moeen Ali was the record-in-chief, 19.5 overs, 5 maidens, 57 runs and 5 wickets. And also, let me tell you, this pitch was not turning as what it was turning in the first test. So definitely it was a good bowling, I thought, from Moeen Ali, 557. Chris Vokes had 3 for 39 overs, 3 maidens. Stephen Finn, who got in place of Broad today, it was 1 minute, none for 30, was wicketless. Zafar Ansari was making his debut, but he could not get a handle on the Bangladesh. And as I said, Tamim Iqbal and Mominul Haq were doing very, very well. And Zafar Ansari on his debut could not really make any mark, one could say. 6 overs, costing him 36. Ben Stokes displaying his reverse swing in full measure. 11 overs, 5 minutes, 13 runs and 2 wickets. And Adil Rashid, 10 overs, none for 44, also remaining wicketless. So as I said, Bangladesh totally losing the initiative and caving in to England, and England would have been very happy with this effort. But also, let me tell you, England were also not any better, as they were also struggling towards the close of play with the score reading 50 for 3. It all started with Ben Duckett, the first victim. Shakib Al Hasan was the bowler, and look at the captaincy from Mushfiqur Rahim, once again showing a great captaincy here by Mushfiqur, not wasting any time. And he has only one bowler, one pace bowler in the lineup, that is Kamrul Islam Rabi. So definitely the spin is going to be the mantra, and he started off with spin at both the ends. Mehdi Hasan Miraz and Shakib Al Hasan, but Shakib Al Hasan was the first to strike as he picked up the wicket of Ben Duckett with the ball that turned, caught Mushfiqur Rahim for 7 with 1-6 that he hit. And the next to go was Alistair Cook, the captain. Now this was Mehdi Hasan Miraz probably bowling his arm ball, which went in straight, and Alistair Cook was gone LBW to Miraz for 14 with 3 boundaries. And towards the close of play, we had Gary Balance losing his wicket to the bowling of Mehdi Hasan Miraz. He was caught behind for 9 with 2 boundaries, which finally left England in a bit of a bother at 50 for 3. Joe Root was not out on 15 with 2 boundaries. Moeen Ali had come in and he was not out on 2. Probably Moeen Ali coming in as a night watchman, one could say. He was not out on 2. 50 for 3. So England are not doing any better. And the bowling, Mehdi Hasan was out 6.3 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 26, bowled well. Shakib Al Hasan 6 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 21. So definitely, but the honours definitely belonging to England, because to actually sink Bangladesh from 171 for 1 to 220 all out really was something which was really spectacular. Now, and as I said, Bangladesh probably have lost the plot here, because after winning the toss and electing to bat, they really put themselves in a very bad position, because this wicket they could have probably got around 350 to 400 runs at the rate they were going, and then this is something that Bangladesh has to really answer as to what happened, where all the players, barring Mushfiqur Rahim, I thought most of the Bangladesh players played injudicious strokes which brought their doom. Well, So it should be an interesting game of cricket which is coming up tomorrow. That's on the second day, where England will be actually resuming the innings, and England will be hoping that they get some good partnership in the middle, because already they are in trouble at 50 for 3 right now. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do on this cricket show is just going to tell you that tomorrow New Zealand are taking India in the final one-day international at Vizag, that is Vishakhapatnam, and one can really say that it is a big match for New Zealand, because as you know, tomorrow is the decider. Whichever team wins actually wins the one ODI series. So I would rather say here that New Zealand have never won a ODI series in India, and this would be the best bet tomorrow to beat India for the first time ever in ODI series. But one knows that India is quite strong. So, but as I said, with the scores level at 2-2, it should be it's going to be a very important tussle for both the teams, and I would only say that may the best team win, but definitely we are going to have a nice battle which is going to be played tomorrow, and I'll be there with the full match summary on this. And also and for India, I have to say that it's a festival of lights which is known as Diwali, and I'm sure there will be there will be a huge crowd tomorrow at Vizag, at Vishakhapatnam, and they would be longing to see that India win, being on their, being the home team, but definitely India would be hoping to give a sort of a Diwali present to the crowd by winning the series. So, well, what really happens, that will be known tomorrow, but nevertheless, it's going to be a very interesting tussle that is coming up tomorrow. And also, I have to say that Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka are going to be playing their first test match of the series. As you know, Sri Lanka are in Zimbabwe right now, and till such time, the record says that Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe have never won against Sri Lanka. They have actually lost 15 times, or probably they have not won in 15 test matches. And the good, the one new thing that is happening for Sri Lanka is because of the injury to Angelo Matthews. Rangana Herath, for the first time in his career, will be leading the Sri Lankan team, and that could be quite something. And as I said, both the teams are crippled. In fact, Sri Lanka, as you know, they are also crippled as far as their teams are concerned. They don't have the big names there who are actually resting, and some are injured. Zimbabwe too have the same problems. Their pace bowlers as Tendai Chatara and Tinashe Panyangra are out, and it would be in the hands, the batting will be in the hands of Tino Mavoyo and Brian Chari, the openers. Hamilton Masakaza, the experienced hand, Craig Irwan, Sean Williams, Peter Moore, Raj Chakhab, or Sikandar Raza. I would probably say Sikandar Raza. Graham Creamer, who would be captaining the team. Donald Tripano, Carl Mumba's new face in the Zimbabwe lineup, and Chris Pofu, who has got a call because of Tendai Chatara and Panyangra not playing. As far as Sri Lanka are concerned, they will have Kaushal Silva and Dimuth Karnaratne opening the innings. It is almost the same as what happened against Australia. Kushal Pereira, Kushal Mendes, Upal Tharanga gets back. Neeroshan Dikwala has made the cut here. Dhananjay De Silva, who was very impressive against the Aussies, and I feel that this bloke has a wonderful future in Sri Lankan cricket. Dilruwan Pereira, also Kushal Pereira. Let us not forget about Kushal Mendes. Is another very impressive player. Dilruwan Pereira, Rangana Herath, the captain of the team, Lakmal and Lahiru Gamage. So that is, and also Sri Lanka are also crippled in the pace department, like how the Zimbabweans are crippled. It's always going to be played at the Harare Sports Club, the capital of Zimbabwe, where normally that is the place where all the matches are played. And One says there's a good layer of grass over the 5 days. So I think that we should probably have some pace and movement, real movement in the pitch, and it should be something which both the teams would be looking out for when they clash tomorrow. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that really brings an end to this cricket happening show of mine. Hope you all enjoyed it, and that's it from me, your host Ram, for now, and it's good night.